Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, call on Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rekak Wadash, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rekak Wadash, and his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. Much love to the elect, whomever they may be among Israel, you beautiful elect. Much love to you guys. Much love to the elders and the apostles, whomever y'all may be among Israel. And shout out to the Akim, the brothers that's in the word. And, whether you be from a camp or not, you still, fear the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities. You push out videos whenever you can, and you fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shout out to the beautiful Aqua, the beautiful women that's in the word. And whether you got a man or not, you still fear the law, statutes, and commandments to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You listen and you learn in silence. Now at a time more than ever, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is applying pressure on Israel and on men, but mostly women, So today's title will be about, I'm gonna title it Evil Eve, because right now the women, they done a lot of things that's really bad towards the men of Israel, and they actually are the stem of the problem. That right there explains it all. They actually are the cause of the problem. They're the reason why men are so down, men are so emotional. You got men that do bad things. That is true, but at the end of the day, what's forward in that bad shit is the women, because of the things that they done on the earth and the things that they done to their own nation, and they refuse to see the error of their ways. And the only time that they might humble themselves is when they made mistakes that they cannot fix, So, that's due to them chilling with the white man and being with him, and the white man, he got to understand his atrocities too, and how bad that the shit that he done did to Israel, allow women to gain an advantage over the men and destroy the men, because that the majority of your money is going to come from not only the men, but a lot of money comes from the women, from whatever they support, from whatever they do, a big boost of cash, from women's equality or whatever happened a long time ago, and it's allowing men and women to work. It's allowing them to make money, but actually, and there's a saying in the Bible that says, "I'd rather dwell in the wilderness than with a contemptuous woman." Now the woman is a contender, the woman is a competitor, and she is competing against the goddamn man for because she feels like she's superior to him, And nowadays, these Israelite women, these wicked ass Israelite women that don't know Yahweh, they are thinking that they are men. They thinking that they are better than them, that they can do it without them. And there is a reason why Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai made women, because they were meant for men's pleasure. The men was made first, then the woman. Like I said, it's not good for men to be alone. I mean, even during the time when Adam was being created, when he was born, he had family. He had, it was women on the earth, but it was a woman that was made for his personal servant, and she was not superior to him, but she was actually had a small level of power herself. She was a god too, in a form, in a weird sort of sense, but like a lower god, like a low god, because Adam was the low tier god, but the woman is like smaller than them, but they still on a part of that group, that ethnicity. So that's what Yahweh gave them for, and it was, on her whole purpose at the end of the day was to be a servant. Woman means servant, man, husband means planter. The man does his job, and his job is to create. The black man's job is to create. He go around and he got him a nice little herald of women, and he impregnates them, and they have all his children. And the cycle continues while the women, they handle their business. The men, he go to work, and then he go and have go and impregnate women and go and enjoy women. A lot of the stuff that women don't understand is meant for men and they benefit, man. That's what they was created for, but they deny their purpose. They are angry at the black men for and not not even, well, actually that too, for their own reasons, which are not even actual reasons. They actually being manipulated, because one of the biggest slaves is the women in my eyes, because they being manipulated into doing all of this fucked up shit, and they getting these privileges, they're getting forward, they getting pushed forward to the forefront, you know, and they Esau little hellhound, you know, they the white man little hellhound, you feel me? And they want to speak out against the men. They want to take their benefits. They want to deem the men as useless, when at the end of the day, your private part was made for a man's private part. You know? Your desires and your body is solely made for a man's pleasure. You know? To get the creature to deny itself is exponential right there. So we're going to get some of these proverbs, keep these men up on their toes for whoever reads my videos and stuff, and to also help me, because I know one thing, that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is awesome. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is my Father in heaven, and he taught me a lot of things to keep me strong. He taught me a lot of things to keep me sane. Most importantly, to keep my freedom, myself, to self-preserve, perseverance, to keep me up as a man, and at the same time to keep my freedom, because like it says in the Bible, if you don't humble yourself as a child, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven, and it's good to be, for a man to be mature, but everybody got an inner child, don't lose touch because of this fucking world. Do not lose touch with your inner child, you feel me? It's okay to play video games, man. It's okay to go out there and go play basketball. It's cool to go to the gym, dog. You like toys, you like cars, because cars are just big ass toys. It's okay to go get you a car, Don't do it, because it's going to impress the women and all of that. But don't do it for them. Do it for yourself. Do it for your own enjoyment. It's all right to have you a man cave. You feel me? It's okay to be by yourself. All right. Because when you was a kid, you was by yourself. You didn't have no girlfriend when you was a kid. Like I'm just saying, like when you was in your younger days, you didn't have no girlfriend. You was just a kid, and being a kid, you oblivious to the world. You're not really understanding. You don't care about none of that. All you want to do is have fun, meet friends. Enjoy yourself, find stuff to do, and it's exactly what men is doing. I was watching a video like that on how. This Mexican dude was talking about that, and he's talking about how men is separating themselves from the world. Exactly what it said in the Bible. He who loved the world loses his own soul. You feel me? Stop being so indulgent into the world, man. And stop letting women run you over. You're not self-conscious. You can't make decisions for yourself. You need a woman to do that for you, because there's a lot of men that's out there that's being simps and being weak, and allowing the women to be alphas, and for these men to be betas or sigmas, So when you think about that, don't let this world think for you too. Don't let Esau think for you, and do not follow the stereotype or the criteria of what you think of what you think, of what the world think you should be. Salakia, don't do that shit, man. Oh, let me go and have kids. No, let me go to school. Let me go have a wife, Let's go have kids. Let's go get married. That shit right there is cooked, man. We're in 2024. It ain't nobody getting married no more. It ain't nobody doing all of that classic shit no more. All of that shit is back in the days, man. All that shit was back then, when they used to make things that would benefit, But like it said in the beginning of, I do believe, Exodus, it says, behold, Israel is bigger. No, Israel is stronger and mightier than we. So that's one of the purposes of why the white man does this mechanism, is to cut your birth rate down. And these bitches done fell for it. They actually believe that separation is okay. And in theory, the way men work is that men can really do without the woman. You got prostitution, that's a necessary evil. I'm not telling nobody to be a trick, but that's what happens. You can pay for the pussy, and the pussy not gonna argue. She's not gonna contend with you. If anything, after you finish doing what y'all doing, she gonna come back to you and she gonna do it again because you paying her. And you gotta understand that these women, they don't lost their soul. They don't have no self-awareness. They don't have no moral compass. They don't have no morality about themselves. So they do whatever they think that the world is going to admire. They do whatever they think that the world is going to give them attention for. Always outside, always having fun. You know, they constantly need money. And that's the worst thing, because money don't buy happiness. That's a real fucking saying right there. Money don't buy happiness, man, but they think it do. They think as long as they got money, they gonna be happy. They don't need the spirit of Yahweh, you know? That's another thing. You gotta have the spirit of Yahweh to understand that all of this stuff don't make you happy. Yahweh make you happy. The Lord make you happy. The lessons that he got for you, the lessons that he's gonna teach you, how he's gonna have you grow, how he's gonna have you become strong, how you're gonna transform yourself. You gotta go through a lot, especially for men, the men of Israel. There's a lot of men of Israel that done mastered that. Your self-enlightenment is very fucking important. It is very important, man. Self-enlightenment is real important. Okay? You gotta be happy, you know? The Lord is gonna bless you with all kinds of things, but don't let that shit get to your head. Don't let that be your all. Don't be like these women. Let's get some of them Proverbs, man. Where Proverbs at? Right here, that's a good one too. I didn't go to Proverbs, but I might go to Psalms and probably the Book of Solomon. It says, Psalms 45, it says, my heart is inditing on a good matter. I speak of things which I have made touching the king. My tongue is the pen of a ready writer. It says, thou art fairer than the children of men. Grace is poured unto thy lips. Therefore Yahweh hath blessed thee forever. Amen. It says, gird thy sword upon high, O most mighty, with the glory and with thy majesty. It says, and in thy majesty ride prosperously because of the truth and the meekness and righteousness. And thy right hand shall teach thee terrible things. It says, thine arrows are sharp in the heart of the king's enemies, whereby the people fall under thee. It says, thy throne, O Yahweh, is forever and ever. The sceptre of thy kingdom is thy sceptre. It says, thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. That's right. It says, therefore Yahweh thy God, it says, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. All thy garments smell of myrrh and aloes and cassia out of the ivory places, whereby they have made thee glad. It says, king's daughters were among thy honorable women. It says, upon thy right hand did stand the queen of the gold of Ophir. And I do believe he probably talking about King Solomon. He might be talking about him when it refers to this. So, but I'm still going to read, because this do get to one of my points. It says, hearken, O daughter, and consider and incline thine ear. Forget also thine own people and thy father's house. That's right. He wants you to focus on him. That's exactly it. Listen to me. It says this in the Apocrypha book. It says you got to go through the narrow to reach the abroad. You know? Everybody is running in this wide open road to things that they think is going to prosper, but they miss that crack in the wall that's going to lead them to their actual salvation. Like Yahweh said, I am the secret place. And those of us that find this crack in the wall, we got to enter one at a time to reach Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You know? I can't save you, you can't save me, but you can damn sure what? Save yourself, man. I could damn sure save myself. Cut yourself off from this place, man. Don't be all a part of what they got going on in the world. Why give a shit what's really going on anyway? Care about yourself. Especially for men that are by themselves and they don't have children and they don't have these things. The Lord is looking at them too. Like mostly, not. I know Israelite brothers got kids and all that, but I'm for this instance, I'm talking to the men that don't have shit. Okay, like I said in my last video, y'all the poor rich man. Because the more nothing that you don't have, the more special you become. You know, because you got the spirit of Yahweh with you, you become better. You become stronger. You realize that ain't nothing worth more than Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and through all things come through him. He's going to give you everything that you need. You ain't got to worry about it, you know? And the greatest thing for a man, the hardest thing, especially for a man to do that done made a lot of mistakes, you know, and it's out of order, is to become in order, is to get organized. That's one of the hardest things for an Israelite brother to do. You feel me? Is to get in order, you know? And a lot of brothers run from that. A lot of brothers run for that. And like they say, you're never too old, you know, but at the same time, you should be more mindful of the time that you in. And when the Most High sends you signs to start getting it right, you got to start getting it right. Listen to the spirit within you. Listen to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You are rich. That's what he's talking about, especially to the men of Israel. We are rich. Our spirit is pure gold, man. Our spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is pure gold, man. He is beautiful, man. And through him, you can have anything you fucking want. But make sure you ask for the right things. Ask for the things you need, not the things you want. You know? It says, so shall the king greatly desire thy beauty, for he is Yahweh, and worship thou him. That's right, we worship Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It says, and the daughter of Tyre shall be there with a gift, even the rich among the people shall entreat thy favor. Okay, I read this one before. But it's also speaking about those people. You know, the people gonna come and be in our favor like they are today. Everybody wants to be an Israelite. Everybody wants to be black, okay? Everybody wants to be black. Everybody wants to dress like us. Everybody wants to act like us. All the bitches want to be with black men. They desire us. They want to be with the Mexicans. They want to be with the Indians. They all black. They all black. Everybody desires our looks. We the most beautifulest men on the planet, you know? And with that being said, you got to understand how special you are and how great of a threat you are to the society in general, you know? Boy, that shit making the devil mad, Esau mad to see all his women run into black men, to see them being with him, even if they had a racist heart, even if they had a prejudice mindset, they still with the black man, they still sleeping with him, you know? Arguing with their dad, I'd rather be with a nigger than the white guy that you're gonna set me up with. At least he's packing, you know, making, saying shit like that, making them mad and shit, you know? It's a lot of women like that, man, that's obsessed with the brother Jacob, you know? And you gotta understand, that's what brothers gotta understand, how special they are. And even in the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna be serving us, but it's in a weird way, it's happening now too, you know? But like I said, especially for our women, and that's making us become passport bros. You know, that's making us date outside our race. That's making us go find better wives elsewhere. Anything but a black woman, because she's the most wickedest thing on the planet right now. And a lot of brothers are starting to realize that. A lot of us is starting to realize that. And a lot of sisters starting to acknowledge and take accountability for what they do. And they desire to separate themselves. Now, due to the world, you know, they might not find that man that they want to be with, you know? So they need to be content by being by themselves. And that's the hardest thing for a woman to do, is to be by herself. She always in somebody's face. She always bothering some man. She always trying to show off. She always looking for attention. You know, rather than us brothers, you know, the only attention that we might get is through the phone, you know? Maybe a little here and there, seeing a girl at the store, You know, because right now it's getting gridlock tight when it come to brothers, you know, talking to females right now, when it, and just meeting them. You can't just be any kind of brother. You can't just be all flimsy and bony, you know. You can't just be all broke, you know, and don't have no money, don't have nothing at all. You know, you can't be these certain types. You got to be a Superman bod. You know, you got to have the nice car. You know, you got to have your own place. You know, you got to be willing to coexist with this female despite her habits and her fucking issues and her problems. You know, they looking and they don't, and then nowadays they don't even want the man to be too strong, to be too buff, to be too masculine. They actually looking for niggas with a feminine mindset, you know? They looking for the simps. They looking for the niggas that ain't gonna tell them no. They looking for the niggas that ain't gonna argue back. They looking for the niggas that they can control and the nigga can't control them. So that puts us brothers, us men of Israel, on a mass alert, you know? And you gotta praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai for it, man, because he putting us up on game, you know? He making us stronger, he making us better. He actually taking off the loads that we are carrying. And believe me, the Israelite brother is carrying a lot, man. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I need to get some water in my system. I feel it. I needed that water, boy. It's hot. It's hot. One second. I know my camera is always crappy as usual. I need a stand. I'm trying to find something in the book of Job. But if I can't find it, I still remember it. There you go, right here. Okay, so right here is a good testimony, you know, from the brother Job and all the things that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai allowed Satan to do to see if he would curse Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, but he never did. But in the process, in the beginning, he was losing everything that he had. Yahweh give, Yahweh take up the way, you know. I forgot the other one. The other line is in there somewhere. I think it says Yahweh give, Yahweh take it away. If you love Yahweh and your happiness, then you have to love Yahweh in your adversity or something like that. But nonetheless, yeah, when he became a bum, and he didn't have nothing, and everything was getting taken away from him, and he was broke, the first person to turn on him was his own woman. So this is what she said. Because the woman was into the world and she didn't understand Yahweh Shem Yahushai. She didn't understand the Lord, So it says when Job chapter 2 verse 7, it says, so when Satan went forth from the presence of Yahweh and smote Job with sores, boils from the sole of his foot to the crown of his head. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes, because he was homeless now. So it says, then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse Yahweh and die. That's fucked up to say. So it says, but he said unto her, thou speakest as of one of the foolish woman speaketh. What shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh and not receive evil? And all this Job did not sin with his lips. So right there, because he knows one thing, and this is exactly that I'm going to repeat again. This is what makes men more believers than the women. This is what makes us brothers of Israel even stronger. So it says, what? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh and not receive evil? So you going to go through stuff, But you know that if Yahweh took it away, he's going to give it back, Yahweh can make a poor man rich, So when you have that understanding, you know that none of this stuff even matters. The Lord is going to do his will upon you. And plus, it's not, and for men, you got to understand something. It's not going to be easy for you. It's not going to be comfortable all the time. It's not going to be lovely all the time. It's going to be full of hatred, sadness, hardship. And this is to make you hard. This is to make you a strong man. This is to make you more mindful. This is to make you care about yourself more. Because who gonna listen quicker? And this statement is true. The man or the woman. The man is gonna listen to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai more quicker than a woman would. You see what she said to him? That was fucked up. She said, then his wife said unto him, thou still retain thine integrity, curse Yahweh and die. That's the mindset of these women, man. That's the mindset of Eve, man. She didn't give a fuck. She was like, shit, at this point, you might as well be dead at this point, because he didn't take everything from you, but you still love him, you still admire him. He's the one that took everything away from you, but he knows that he's being tested. That's another thing. Prepare to be tested at all times. Be ready. The Lord always got a learning lesson for you. The Lord is going to put you through some things sometimes. The Lord is going to test you mentally, physically, and spiritually to see if you're going to give up, to see if you're going to walk away, to see if you're going to fail, But overall, like it says in the Bible, the Lord chastened the ones that he loved. If he don't do nothing to you, if he don't whoop your butt, if he don't correct you, then he don't love you, man. He don't care about you. He don't. If he do love you, he gonna chastise you. If he don't love you, he gonna give you all the blessings that you ask for. And you ain't gonna have to earn it. If he do love you, you gonna have to earn that shit. And you're gonna go through hell to get it. But it's gonna humble you. But for the person that he just gave it to, it's gonna destroy them. Because they don't have no backbone. They don't have no mentality. They like little kids with toys. Break the toy, throw it to the side, and go to the next toy. That's how the wicked do their blessings. Until one day Yahweh will destroy them with no warning, none of that. It just happens. So if you don't want that to be you, then be grateful that the Lord chastised the ones that he loved. And Job knew that. The Lord still loved me. He gonna give me everything back. Guess what? His wife left him. And guess what Yahweh did after all of that happened? At the end of Job, the book of Job, he gave him back his land. He made him rich again. He gave him back his kids. He gave him a new wife. You know, because his kids had died in those certain catastrophes that happened in the beginning of Job. So the Lord gave it all back to him. After he seen how much Job loved him, and all Job cared about was him, because Job was a prophet too. So Job knew, like, Yahweh just tested me. This is all that's happening. It might be bad, it might be hard, but the Lord is testing me. That's all. I know Yahweh loved me. I know He cared about me. You know. But I'm just saying the moral of the story. Even though Job called, he wished, on why these things was happening to him, and at the same time he did pity himself, and then he wanted an audience with the Lord, I do believe. But he never talked bad about Yahweh. He never cursed them. He never got mad at them. He took them L's, man. And the Lord gave him back everything, because he knew that the Lord was everything. He says that in the Song of Solomon. Is anything in this world that you've seen new? No. All this shit is old. Ain't nothing in this world new, man. The times that changed, but it ain't new, And we know that. So having that understanding right there is powerful. It's a good one too. But yeah, don't let wicked Eve take advantage of you. And plus, you see the men that the woman has already conquered. Most of them are turning gay. Most of them are becoming extremely violent. Some of them overweight. Some of them personal slaves. You don't want to be like that, man. Don't let this woman take advantage of you, man. Don't let them. They all up in these rap videos. They all on the fucking TVs. They all on these fan onlys. It's only corrupting them. The things that these women are doing, it's only damaging them. It's only making them worse. Okay? It's not helping them. It's not helping them progress. They're only succeeding in what the white man desired. It's not separation from the black man and the black woman, or from Israelites in general. Stop them from procreating, make them hate each other. But it doesn't stop the black men. It actually makes them more freer in a way, because they go out and they still procreate with other nations, and their kids come out dark-skinned, So it's actually making us more free, instead of feeling bond, because the black woman is out of control, man. Like they say, you give a nigga an inch, she gonna take a whole mile, man. That's exactly what they gonna do, man. You don't show these women no mercy. You don't show them no kindness. They respect wickedness, and they respect being treated like dirt rather than being treated like a trophy wife, a heavenly object, a woman to be upheld, a woman to be admired. And if you give them that, they gonna feel like you ain't nothing, So you gotta really keep your guard up. Yahweh is the sword and the shield, man. You got to really keep your guard up. You got to really have that mentality like, you know what? I'm going to take care of myself, The Lord will send you women, but don't take, especially if you're dealing with a black woman, don't take them bitches seriously, man. These bitches is so evil, man. They fucking evil, man. Like, you know what that woman said to Job. And I said she was prepared to leave him and die. No, she was prepared to let him die and just leave and go find another rich man to be with. And that's exactly what she did. You know? So you got to understand the mentality of these women. All they care about is your money. All they care about is your wallet. That's all they care about, bro. And then when you get buff, they're even more materialism. They think that you getting buff and you getting ripped is materialism. You know? Having a man that's masculine, having a man that's ripped, having a man that's beautiful is like having a bundle, a bag of money. Because she benefits off his appearance. She benefits off him. So you got to really understand, because when you didn't have all the muscles and you wasn't beautiful, they didn't look your way. But because you have something that's worth something, now they look in your way. And that's when you should be doing these women even more dirtier, bro. Do them grimy, bro. You know? Do them, go hard, man. Don't be no simp. Don't be no weak person, man. Don't be no femme, man. Don't be no femme boy, man. It ain't good. It ain't good. It ain't good at all, bro. Stay a man, stay hard, and stay humble. I'm in Isaiah 30, chapter 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." Yeah, they do that. Because they don't acknowledge the natural order of things, and they don't acknowledge Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says that walk down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, because the Lord would have told him it's not a good idea. Obviously he would have told him it's not a good idea. It says to strengthen the Pharaoh and to strengthen themselves and the strength of Pharaoh. That's what women are doing. And to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right, they trust more in society than they do in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They don't care about the Lord. They care about the society, and this society is at a state of decay right now. It's not going to last any more longer. It's not. It's going to fall when Yahweh tell it it's time to fall, but we are seeing extreme signs of decay. We're seeing extreme signs of collapse. We're seeing a lot of economic, a lot of religious corruption and destruction, because we realize that none of that shit is real. They all just schemes to keep this white nigga pockets fat. That's all. That's all that they are, is schemes. Like they said, the state, and then you got the church, which is the same thing as the state. They making money off y'all, and the fucking whole church thing is a fucking scam. That's not even the truth. Like they said, Yahweh does not dwell in the buildings made by men's hands. He does not. Okay? Like they said, the spirit of the kingdom of heaven is within you. The spirit of Yahweh is within you. Within you, Jacob, or us, the chosen, the people, Israel, you know? You steady got niggas signing up for record deals. You steady got motherfuckers up in a place trying to gamble and come up with millions, you know? You steady got motherfuckers fighting for the right-hand seat at the white man's corporate table, you know? For raises and all kind of shit, trying to keep them bound to this goddamn nation of slavery, man. And his desire is to make the niggas back slaves. That's his desire. That's what he wants to do. Put them back under slavery, because during our time of slavery, they made bunches of money. They made so much money off Israelite slavery to the point to where they ain't even spun it all. And it's 2024, man. They still got slave money, man. You gotta understand that, man. And they want that the shit to go back the way it was. You feel me? So you gotta have that understanding. And I'm gonna say it: wisdom and knowledge and understanding shall be the stability of the times and the strength of salvation. The spirit of Yahweh is a treasure. He trying to. Yahweh is opening our eyes. He's not trying. He is opening our eyes. Whether we want to see or not, it's in your fucking face. But the thing that you should do is take heed, man. Especially us brothers, because we gotta get right, and then our women is gonna get right. When the society collapses and they seeing brothers in order and they seeing brothers not giving a shit, you know, and we content and we happy because we know the spirit of Yahweh is going. We pray that Yahweh willing, have our back and watch over us, and we know what's going to happen and be prepared for anything that may come our way. So we content. We still happy, even in the time of turmoil, even in the time of great wars. And when women see these men, and they're going to have a glow on them, Yahweh is going to expose the men of Israel. you know, and the elect of Israel. And the women gonna flock to them, and they gonna get immediately in order. Hell, shit, when the collapse happened and all them wars start, the women gonna get in order immediately, bro. I'm trying to tell you, immediately. And all that shit that they was talking, all that shit about how they think, about how they feel, and about what they think should be and how men should be, all of that is a delusionary mindset. Like I said yesterday on a comment, I said that the woman got a delusionary mindset. Just because you think in your mind, whatever is going on in your mind, it does not apply to the real world. It does not. None of it that they're doing is applying to the real world. But for the state and for, you know, the elites, this is a form of mind control, you know, a form of manipulation. People with weak self-esteem, people that are blind, you know, people that are not self-conscious, they're not self-aware, you know, they easily to manipulate. People that are afraid, you know, easy to manipulate, man, fucking easy. And there's so many like that, and it makes them dumb, it makes them dull, and it makes them morons, especially our children, which is the children of Israel, in this wicked ass queendom society, this fucking metropolis, you know. And the woman is spearheading that shit, and then now the men is following. Like I said, in these times, a woman shall compass a man. So you got like 30 men lining up just for one woman. 80 to 100 men just lining up for just one woman, and she get to pick and choose of the litter. Since she got the mentality of a man, she not picking one man to be with. She picking like 50 out of 100 of those men. Facts. Shit. You got women that are so nasty and so slutted out, they choosing 100 men. They trying to fuck them all, man. Trying to benefit off of them all, so they can stay fat, so they can stay comfortable, so they can stay in their little zone and do what they want and try to be a man and try to control everything and try to play God. Okay. It says, for his princes were at Zoe, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be a help or a profit, but a shame and also a reproach. It says, the burden of the beast of the south, it says, and to the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the young and old lion, the viper and the fury flying serpents. They will carry their riches upon their shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. That's right. Because it's materialism. You understand? So at the end of the day, when it comes to the black woman, she think that she got everything. She think that she need everything, when she is actually skipping critical items that are actually worth something, and she traded in for a bunch of crap that's worth nothing, you know? And the only profit and the only gain that is given it to is her overseer, which is Esau, the white man. He the one that's making all the money off what she buying Gucci, Fendi bags, you know. She buying all of this fucking jewelry, you know, from Jared, you know, jewelry from what's that fucking place that they keep talking about in them raps? From Dolce and Gabbana, you know, just different examples. She out there fucking getting men to cop her a Porsche or a Jaguar, you know, out there trying to get the Balenciaga high heels. She want the house in the hills. She want a fucking she want a fucking her own bank account. And guess what? None of it even matters. It's actually fueling this greedy monster, this white man that's actually making benefits off their purchases and what they want and what they, because you got to buy everything, you know, and they help this system keep running, but it's not for their benefit. They just a tool for right now that's being used, and they actually almost at the end serving a purpose. And when their purpose is fulfilled, they will be cast off. The Israelite woman will be cast off. She ain't gonna be no longer needed to manipulate the man. And then that's a lot of us men that's breaking away and that's not following it no more, you know. So you're getting a lot of them that's still that's failing and they not reaching that what they want, because Yahweh is actually stopping them and not allowing them to get what they want. So now they gotta, if they having a baby, they gotta be a single mom. You know, they out there working their ass off night and day. It forces them, because they such lazy people, it forces them to go and give their sexuality, give their morality. You know, they over there having sex and trying to get men to pay for what they want so they can sit on their ass. They have not matured. They have not grown up. They don't have that mentality to be a proper adult. So they still going out to do what they want. They still being childish, because now they feel like they done got some sort of freedom, financial freedom, but they haven't. They just giving up their little private parts to make money, putting a price tag on their private parts. You know, and it's making them worse, you know. And then they don't take care of their children right, because without a mama and without a dad, there's no balanced paradigm in the relationship. So the women are coming out with more feminine mindsets, especially the men that's being born. The sons that's being born are being affected more. So the women feel like the children, the female feel like this is how you're supposed to be. This is how you're supposed to treat the world because my mom do it. And then the man gonna say the same thing when that's not how things are run. That's not how things are designed. But because they got a single mom, then this is the way she see the world, so they gonna see it that way. Make the men weak, make the men desolate, make the woman more aggressive, make the woman manly. The whole shit is shifted. That's how we know we in the last days, because this paradigm is shifted. Men want to be women and women want to be men, all because of what woman is doing, all because of what these females is doing. But like I said, they're gonna get in order when these laws finally collapse, when the money is no more, when this war is out in the streets, people getting raped, robbed, and killed out here, and no police and no paramedics is pulling up to save you. Vigilantes and fucking militia groups fighting against the fucking military because they finally want to topple the Democrats and the Republicans and these motherfucking financial bankers and all these people that robbed and pillaged these motherfuckers, all this shit, and had them working their ass off while they drinking martinis at a fucking coast overseas, you know. And these women gonna see all that and they gonna want to get it in order, man. It ain't gonna be no delusional mindset. They gonna know exactly where to go for, like they are right now. Oh, I need to get me a good man. Oh, I need to get married. And some of these bitches is fucking 60 to 80 years old. Bitch, you too late for that. Oh, now you want to get it together. Especially for, it's a lot of rich black women that's doing that shit right now. They want to get married now, after they done lived their whole fucking life and stretched their private part out like a fucking rubber band, you know, and done treated men like crap, treated men like garbage. Now they want to turn around and be like, I want to get married, I'm ready, and still got a manly mindset, still got this fucking aggressive mentality, but he has to come and he has to meet all my criteria. Like, Eve is out of control, wicked, man, and she been tricked and manipulated, and she likes it, man. She been hustled, and when the veil come down and she find out there's no place with her, there's no place with this white man for her in a post-apocalyptic world, she gonna fucking break down and she gonna go even more psycho. And the brothers is already abandoning the females, the black male, the Eve. So what you think is gonna happen when the war starts? Ain't no police gonna come if your nigga and you get into an argument and he decide to beat your ass. All people gonna be hearing is screams. You know? You say something wrong, and no, you say something wrong while y'all cooking and shit, and he decide to slap the fuck out of you. Or he kick you out because he got like 2 or 3 other females. Oh, that too? They gonna have to deal with that too? Oh, he got like 6, 7 females that he catering to, and they are dependent on him, because you know the Israelite brother is gonna become a piece of gold in the eyes of the women. The elect is gonna be they guardian angels. It's gonna be 1,000 women to 1 man in that day, like it says, and seven wives shall come to 1 man, saying, take away our apparel and let us be only called by your name. It's somewhere in the book of Isaiah. But like it do say that in the Bible. And then it does say that in the book too. It's a lot of things that brothers need to study. Like it says, a man shall have many wives. You know? A man can have 5,000 wives if he wanted to. An Israelite man. Yes, that is true. And Yahweh said there's nothing wrong with that. What's another one? Yahweh said, shoot, you don't have to deal with women. That's what a lot of men are doing right now. They cutting themselves off from women. They don't got to deal with them. They don't have to have a baby. They don't have to look out for them. They don't have to do all these things. Now, if you got these kids and you got all that shit, I mean, it's ways. Yahweh gonna make a way for you to just deal with your kids and not have to deal with the woman. But at the end of the day, you don't need them. But like he said, if you feel the urges to get yours off, or you feel some type of urge, or you know you don't want to be lonely for a moment, you can go find one. Don't just burn up with horniness and then flip out and do some fucking sodomy shit. Oh, I can go be with a man because these women treat me like garbage. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go get yours off. It's prostitutes, it's whores out here for a reason. They gonna give it to you, and you ain't gotta have no relationship, and you ain't gotta be with them, you know? You ain't gotta deal with that mouth. You ain't gotta deal with them trying to tell you what to do. You ain't gotta see them all day, you feel me? Because it's getting to the point to where men can't live with women, especially women out here. Like I said, I'd rather go and date the fucking anime girls. I'd rather go and date the fucking Japanese bitches, the Asian bitches, the Russian bitches, because at least they know, you know, what a real man is like. They understand what a provider is. They understand the natural role of what a man is supposed to do. They understand that. So when you understand that, it's crazy because the other nations they might be corrupted, but they still got that. They still got laws and certain shit that you can't do. You can't be gay in certain nations. You can't. You know. In certain nations, you gotta be married in certain nations. Off rip, if you want to survive. Yeah. You know, you can have multiple wives in other nations. You can have all that, but over here, it's criticized. Over here, they say you could be whatever the fuck you want to be, you know? Women got rights over here. They gonna fight you back, man, for sure. And all of this was just to cripple them and to break them down, so when the times come, they gonna be the ones that suffer the most. And the men ain't gonna feel bad about it. They not gonna feel bad about these bitches suffering and they out here burning in the streets and shit. You gonna see a bad female, a 10 Israelite woman. A level 10 Israelite woman, she being treated like dirt. She all up in the mud. She all in chains and shit. And then you gonna see them men just chaining them females, going off to go sell them for whatever goods that they need. Because they don't need a woman. They need shit to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. They need shit to survive in. You're gonna see men selling women for loaves of bread and meat and fucking canned goods. You know? You're gonna see these females getting their ass beat and getting raped by a whole bunch of men, because now men they in the next world, in the next change that's coming, you know, during the times of war and great economic collapse, the woman's private part, the woman's value is gonna go down to zero. It's gonna go down to zero. She ain't gonna be worth nothing, you know. And like they said, well, the value's still gonna be there, but it's gonna be dangerous to be valuable in those days. It really is, man. So if you a beautiful woman, you gonna be targeted off rip. If you an ugly woman, you gonna be probably better off, but they might still get you, but they ain't gonna see much worth in you, you know? But at the end of the day, that private part ain't gonna be worth nothing. Niggas can just take that. They could just beat your ass and just take that. Because there's gonna be wicked men out here that's not gonna give a damn about no black woman. They're not gonna care about her. They're just gonna take whatever they can from her, and she gonna be worthless, because the fight is not gonna be for women. Because that's one of the fights right now in this wicked ass society, is for a woman. You gotta go through all this hell, working out, career, endless jobs, 9 to 5, you know, busting your ass. You got niggas out there killing their own kind. You got niggas out here selling drugs and shit, selling big ass crack balls, you know, over here fucking gangbanging just to have women. And when that paradigm is gone, and then finally you get laid to rest, then a lot of shit is gonna be backwards, man. Niggas gonna be fucking giving away women for cars. They're gonna be giving away women for diamonds and gold and shit that's worth value. Because the woman value is gonna drop critically in these times that's coming. real, they're gonna be homeless. You're gonna be seeing beautiful women homeless, living in the woods and shit, living in abandoned buildings and shit like rats, man. They ain't gonna be worth shit, man. The Lord definitely, I'm trying to tell you, and definitely, Yahweh is gonna pay this woman back for all the things that she's done. And for us Israelite brothers, the things that we about to see in the next coming years, if we live to see them, Yahweh willing, you gonna feel bad. It's gonna hurt you, but at the same time, it's gonna make you strong. And you might not give a fuck. You might laugh at it because of all the terrible things that this woman have done. She getting her shit paid back double, triple. Just be glad it ain't you. And if you got a wife during that time and she was a good woman, because I'm not saying they all bad, but a majority of them is all bad. But it is women out there that do love their men and they have good relationships. And if you a woman in those times and you got a man that protects you, you're gonna be fucking grateful. You're gonna treat him even more like a king. And like they said, in the eyes of a woman, a man is God, man. Facts, yo. Facts. Let me get like one more precept in there. I'm about to get ready to close out. So it says, Isaiah 28 verse 1, it says, woe to the crown of pride. It says, to the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is a fading flower. It says, which are on the head of the fat of the valleys of them that are overcome with wine. And it says, behold, Yahweh have a mighty and strong one, which is a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing. It says, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. It says, the crown of pride, the drunkards of Ephraim, shall be trodden underfoot, because they wicked as hell. Our brothers and sisters is wicked as hell, man. They don't care. They full of blindness. They full of evil, selfishness, you know. And like it says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a great fall. And then another one, a new one that I just memorized. It says, Yahweh disappointed the craftiness of the wickedness, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. That's right. Because the Lord is going to stop the craftiness of the wickedness of the wicked. He's going to stop the white man from his wicked plans and his evil thoughts. And when that happens and he destroys his plans, he's going to take this world with it. And all of the shit that they keep pumping them up with drugs, pumping them up with drink, you know, and they sins come into play because it was their decision to do so. We all know that, you know, the white man is behind all of this, but it's your decision to forward your wickedness. It's your decision not to change. You still had a choice. And also in the grand scheme of things, you don't have a choice. It's either Yahweh's will or it's not, you know. But to a small degree, yeah, you do have a choice, you know. But it says, the crown of pride, the drunkards of Ephraim, shall be trodden down under feet, and the glorious beauty which is on the head of the fat of the valley shall be fading flower. It says, and as the hasty fruit before the summer, which when he looketh upon it and see, while it is yet in his hand, he shall eat it up. It says, and that day Yahweh of hosts shall be a crown of glory and a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people. That's right, unto the remnant, those of us that still believe. It says, for all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. It says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. It says, from precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. For the stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people. To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. That's right, because the Lord is the resting place. Yahweh is the secret spot. He is the comfort zone. Especially for Israel, you know, but he is calling to the men, because the men are the ones that listen quicker than the women. So he is telling them that there is a rest. You don't have to carry all of this shit. You don't have to do the things that you're doing. You don't have to follow the criteria of the world. Just follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And he knows that our flesh is not perfect and we go off. That happens. That's normal. But at the end of the day, for you to believe in him, for you to pray to him, for you to worship him, for you to love him, is give him everything. Give him everything. And the Lord will keep you from all this wickedness. And he'll show you and he'll teach you everything that you need to know to survive until he comes. And with that, call on Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Much love to Israel. I love you guys. 2/3, y'all get y'all butts in order. You know, you women, y'all get y'all asses in order, because the Lord is angry at y'all. And repent, you know. You don't have too much time left. And with that, shalom.